A brief idea of what we have already done. We were trying to ascertain the fact what exactly do you mean by something called as the human development. The idea was very much openly told to us that approximately 60 or 70 years back, we were concentrating our ideas or ideologies on one particular topic, and that was that anything economic development is there, that is considered to be a human development. Economic development is how much you are earning, how much money do you have got, and the wealthier you are, more you are considered to be more developed. This is what we had presumed. But in past 50, 60 years, this whole idea has collapsed, and a new concept of human development has actually taken roots. And why it has happened? Because only money is not that much important unless and until you are not spending that money in a proper fashion. You need to have money, no doubt about it, but spending that money, that is much more important than having the money. And this is what we had learned in the first particular point itself, very first paragraph which is there. So question was there, define human development, and the answer which was given out there was the term human development is used for expansion of human capacities, prevalence of preferences, development of freedom and human rights. Human development gives indication of many other things other than education, health, nutrition and controlling resources. So it is a wide arena. Now it is very much open. We are not concentrating on only money. We are concentrating the money which you have got, how you are spending it, where exactly the spending is taking place, and how beneficial that spending is. You have got the money, you don't have a hospital. You have got the money, but you don't have a school. You have got the money, you don't have the medicines. So what is the point of having all that money wherein you cannot actually help yourself? Utilization of the money. So money has to be there, which is going to help you grow healthier, will give you more knowledge. That means schooling has to be there. It will give you much more revenue generation opportunities, new businesses, new works, new jobs. All is going to get compiled together, and that is what we now call as human resources. And this human resources development is taking place. We are developing. हम अब अपने आप को यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं पैसों के साथ साथ. How to get it better? So previously the topic was given out there that we used to have a thinking about GNP. There is a word which is mentioned out there, gross national product. Till 1999, we were of the value that more money means you are much more developed. And this we can talk about in comparison of certain countries of yesteryears. आज वो मौजूद नहीं. Those countries have disintegrated. We are talking about a country called as USSR. Post-socialist revolution, 1919, it has really done fabulous work in minting money. When I say minting money means they were doing a lot of exploitation of resources, human resources as well as natural resources, and were getting lots and lots of products. And those products' value was very much high. In fact, at one particular time, USSR was considered to be leading the world in comparison to America. That was the situation. But once the whole USSR collapsed, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic had collapsed, and we got 16 nations out of it. Total 16 countries were there. Now that money was distributed among those countries also, same thing which was there available. And there we realized that the people might be having a lot of land, people might be having a lot of revenues generation, but their actual utilization was not seen, as was seen in America. That means they had the money in the pocket, but they were not able to exploit those monies which they have got to the fullest level. इस्तेमाल ही नहीं कर सकते थे. They were not having proper roads, they were not having proper infrastructure ready, no hospitals, no schools, colleges, everything they were lagging behind in comparison to the rest of the world, or at least the competitor, that is America. So that concept, money is more important, is not there. We need to have some wide aspects to be thought about. कुछ अलग से सोचना है. और ये अलग क्या चीज निकल कर आई, ये आया मेरे पास में about the topic which is given as the human life. So on page number 161, very first line we have got is the human life. What does it comprises of? It includes certain things. We need to have something called as peace, tranquility, shanti. You don't want any disturbances. We need to have economic, we need to have social, we need to have political, and we need to have cultural fields developing. It's not about only one particular topic which we were thinking about 60 years back, 50 years back. We were thinking about only money, economic values. So money is not the sole purpose of our development, but we require certain other things also. What are those other things you talked about? You talked about peace. Now something which money actually cannot buy. Can you buy peace? I'm not talking about PIECE. I'm talking about PEACE. So peace is a block. One piece and another one is internal feelings. We cannot actually buy it. It's something like you might have heard about that WhatsApp University. Something which money cannot buy. What money cannot buy? The sleep, the health. So we need to talk about those things also. What? Due to indifferences or disgust towards improvement, low aspirations. Aspirations means we were not expecting that much. Illiteracy, lack of entrepreneurship, suspicion, superstition, antiquateness, orthodox traditions, along with improper use of natural resources, developing countries have not been able to achieve economic and social development. Why we are lagging behind? Why Nepal is lagging behind? Why Bangladesh is lagging behind? Why Pakistan is lagging behind? Why Maldives is lagging behind? We are all developing countries. So this is a 2-mark question which might come across. What are the reasons why we are much behind than the rest of the country? See, everyone started here. In 1947 we got independence. 1949 we saw Chinese communist rule coming into power. In 1945 we saw the Second World War ending with 2 atomic bomb explosion taking place in Japan. Now what I'm trying to make you correlate, 47, 45, 49, 2 years difference is there. That means we and Japan, we and China happens to be of the same age as far as country is concerned. We are hardly any difference. It is not so that we got independence 200 years back and China got independence just now. Or China got independence 200 years back and we got independence just now. It is more or less the same age. But in spite of this fact, we see that China seems to be much ahead than of us. We see Japan is much ahead of us. Japan is much ahead. That particular country which lost a tune of 2 crores people in Second World War, 2 cities flattened, nearly every city bombed, nearly every city, every village was bombed, and in spite of it, they are much ahead than of us. And this is what we are trying to ascertain, why we are behind. And here is those particular things. Due to indifferences, we are trying to have a certain groupism seen or disgust towards improvement. We don't want improvement. We are those toads or tadpoles of a well who doesn't want to jump out, doesn't want to see what is in the outer side of the world. For them, this is the world. These are those frogs in a well. This is what we believe. What is going to happen? What is the difference going to happen? It is perfectly okay. We believe we are perfect. Then we have got those low aspirations. What maximum you are going to see is a change. What a maximum? Nothing. It is all in the minimum level. Please do this much change. We are not asking for the maximum changes. We are asking for the minimum changes. Please do this much. और एटलीस्ट इतना तो कर लो. मुझे यही निकलता हमारे मुंह से. This is what we talk about. ये इतना तो कर दो. इतना करना है वो नहीं हम बात करते. This is what we are talking about. Lack of entrepreneurship. We don't want to start something new. Lot of you might have ended up themselves into McDonald's. Lot of you might have ended up in KFC. Lot of you. I'm not saying all of you. And KFC was started by a retired army officer at the age of 65. He had a concept, materialized it, worked for it, and today it is a multi-billion chain across the world. We don't have that guts. A new business opportunity is coming. Why don't we exploit it? We don't want to do it. We are ready to be there where we are. Suspicion is always there. Superstition along with orthodox tradition. Purane Vichar. We don't want to change it. Still, nowadays, even today, you will come across certain few personalities, I say, who are not going to continue the journey because a cat has crossed the road. So they still believe it. And they still believe it that one day in case you are going to make a dog eat biscuits, the next day you will be having some plenty of money coming, or your enemy will be getting destroyed or whatever. So still that feelings are there. And this is why not us, but plenty of those whom we call as the developing nations, they don't seems to be running along with the world. Anyway, we come on to something which is called as HDI, Human Development Index. Understand it, it's easy to understand. Every year, every month, we have got those students of whom we try to take out those percentage. And that percentage is taken on two parameters. How much you have fared well in a particular subject in respect to all the students who have participated. You secured 89 in English. There were 20,000 students who have sat for the exam. How much others got in comparison to you, or vice versa? This is one. And second one is how overall percentage of yours of all the subjects is in comparison to all the other students who have participated. So it is one-to-one comparison, and it is a general comparison. You got 5 subjects, you got 89% marks. Other students who had attempted the exam, how much they got it, why you got 89, why others got better, we are going to analyze on two aspects. One is 89% and another is English. You secured 55. Why you secured 55? What is your ranking? Now, instead of subject, we are going to put in certain few facts, and instead of the class of student, we are going to place the countries, and we will be coming to a conclusion called as Human Development Index. Easy for you to understand. So, the countries are going to be competing with one another on certain few selected subjects. And once that comparison will be done, we will be coming to a conclusion that this much has been secured by this country, and a ranking will be allocated, and this ranking will be based upon this human development. And index, obviously it will be Human Development Index. And this idea was actually propounded to us by a person called as Amartya Sen. You have to remember the particular person's name in 1990, where he gave suggestions, let there be an analysis done between the various countries how much so those countries are doing in comparison to other countries. Is it mine? Okay. So, in comparison to another country. So, what are those subjects on which we are going to have that comparison done? The number one we will be talking about is average age. How much the average so and so citizens of the country will be living. That is average age. We will be doing a comparison between India and Bangladesh and America. If I am born in India, what is the chances I am going to survive and how much? Number one. Number two, we will be talking about knowledge, how much studies you are doing. And number three, we will be talking about is living standard. Now, living standard will be based upon one criteria, how much money you have got. If I have got plenty of money, my house will be central AC, and in case I am not earning, I will perhaps not even have a fan. So, per capita, how much money is going to be there? And not only you, but the country as a whole. Per capita we have analyzed. How the per capita is going to be worked upon? It will be the gross national products value divided by the total population of the country, and we will come to a numerical value, and that numerical value is called as the per capita income or PCI. So how much money you have got per person within the country. So three factors we are going to work upon. One is average age. Number two, we'll be talking about knowledge, and number three we'll be talking about is the living standard. How much you are capable to spend on your living standards. Since 1990 till 2009, three parameters were being used. So what you have to remember, Human Development Index parameters till 2009. From 1990, that is approximately 19 years, were on three. One is the average age. Then we have got is number three we have got is now 2009 we did some modifications. United Nations did a modification, and they said instead of picking up these points directly, let us go into depth. Now life expectancy index will be used in case of average age. Now what is life expectancy index? It means that any particular child who is going to be born in a country at a given day, how many years would that child would be able to survive? How can you analyze? Something future you can talk about? No. But we can talk about what is present, and present is going to make the future. If the child who is born in a country has got access to good medical facilities, is having nutritious food, have clean environmental condition to live in, the possibility of this child not falling sick or perhaps not die will be quite low in comparison to those children who are born in those areas which are contaminated, polluted. The parents are not able to afford the money for their food or the medicines. Their probability of death is little higher. So when I'm doing a comparison, I'm doing on lots of parameters and coming to a conclusion how many years an infant would be able to survive. Clear about it? So here highest is taken as 83.6 years. If an infant is getting born in a selective area, we will be coming to that selective area. कुछ खास देश हैं ऐसे, तो वो we will be learning later on. If they will be born in those countries, let us talk about Sweden, Norway, then perhaps they would be surviving for how many years? 83.5 years. So 83.6, 6 means 6 months. And 6 months means half a year. And when we talk about the country which are very poor, doesn't have all those facilities backing them up, the probability would be that the child might survive to the maximum of 20 years. maximum, this particular child will not even cross the proper teenage, but will be succumbing the death. किसी भी वजह से मर जाएगा. So minimum is 20 years and maximum is 83.6 years. Number 2 we talk about is education index. This education index analysis, again to be done on 2 parameters. Number 1, we are talking about is minimum year of schooling, and second we are talking about expected year of schooling. Now when we talk about mean, so you have to take the lowest figure and the highest figure and you come to a mean. So here the lowest figure can be 0. A person doesn't go to a school, doesn't go to an educational center, that is 0. गया ही नहीं कभी. और maximum कितना हो सकता है? It is going to be 13.3 years. So how many years a child is expected to continue? Maximum is 13.3 years schooling, not college included into it. So still schooling, 13.3 years or 13 years and a quarter of a year, that child would be studying continuously, and minimum will be 0. We get a mean out of it. So according to Human Development Report 2015, average of schooling in India was just 5.4 years. Maximum, Sweden, Norway, the children are studying till 13 years, 12 years, 11 years, 13.2 years. But India, average came out to be just 5.4 years. Hardly 5 or 6 in between we are studying. Approximate or expected year of schooling means approximately how many years a child is going to study, but the child age has to be taken as 5 years. Why 5 years? Because that is the time wherein the nursery or preschool activities really start. We have given a time frame. Previously, you can get admission at 3, you can get admission at 4, and you can get admission at 5. But now we are expecting that the child will be going into preschooling, not pre-nursery, preschooling. That is the lower KGs, and upper KGs at the age of 5 years. This is what we expect worldwide scenario. For this, highest is 18 years. So continuously a child will be studying for 18 years. That means by the age of 23 would be coming out of the college. And lowest again will be considered as 0. Average years of schooling index is 11.7 years. But when you talk about an average, it comes out to be just 11.7 or half of 23 what we were expecting. Next class we will continue about the human index based upon the income.